The episode that you were watching was recorded months ago, which means it might include some outdated information. If you see a pterodactyl fly by, that might be why. All right, welcome to the Motherlode Show. My name is Steve. With me, as always, and believe me, I mean always, because I would not do this without her, because she's amazing. Sandra, how are you today?
I'm good. Well rested.
Well rested?
You know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Okay.
Excited today for another episode.
We've got another great guest on. I can't wait to get to know her better. How things been for you?
Things have been good.
Yeah, because I know there's been a lot of newness, over the last few months.
Yeah, newness.
New life in New York and
back home.
So it's new and old all at the same time.
Yes. I'm embracing it. Love being able to have my family all on the same coast. And so we're enjoying it. We're just taking it day by day. We love sharing with our family and friends just the new environment. This next guest, actually, I had Thanksgiving dinner with her.
Oh, okay.
Haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
Since her collegiate days. So, and then what's new is old and what's old is new. She's moved on to bigger and better things. So now I'll send her a turkey.
Okay.
A fried turkey in the mail.
Just deep fry it and send it. All right. That's kind of my kind of gift right there.
Yeah. So, but you're gonna love this guest. She is close to my heart. I adore her, and I'm excited to share her with you and our listeners.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about her.
Well, she's fabulous. She is a former McDonald's All-American.
Okay.
I'm taking it way back. She is a graduate of UVA.
UVA, the Cavaliers,
the
I
Cavaliers,
believe.
And there's we'll have a joke about that as well.
Okay.
But also she played Division I basketball, obviously at UVA. She is UVA's all-time leading scorer.
For real?
For real.
Okay, so we got
all of those
here.
who talk about Samson, I think, and all that, she's for both men and women, but she'll correct me if I'm wrong. Then she was the second overall pick in the WNBA draft.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She has 2 WNBA championships.
I'm feeling more and more inferior by the second here.
Yes. I mean, Adam, I don't know if you could even guess who she is, but we'll see. She worked in the NBA. She had a role where she worked in international basketball and lead, and she pretty much had hands-on in looking at youth in the NBA, for college and NBA prospects.
It's like talent development, scouting.
Yes. And she traveled the world in that role. And now, so proud of her, she is the assistant general manager of the Phoenix Mercury.
Holy cow. Okay.
So that is a resume.
AGM. That is a resume.
Yeah, so we are talking to a C-suite woman, okay?
So I'll sit up a little bit then.
Yes,
C-suite. Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Monica Rogers.
All right, Monica, welcome to the show.
Hi. How's everyone doing? I'm so
Good.
excited to be here.
How's our, you were sitting there listening in the waiting room. How's our fact checking going? Do we do okay?
You all were on point. You didn't miss a beat, Sam.
I didn't. Well, good. And I didn't list in maybe my daughter, but that's another day. That's an accolade that, I wear close to my heart. But thank you for joining us today. Look at you and your new digs. I'm super excited for you.
I'm trying to squint and read what's on that back wall over there.
With scouting tips.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Draft.
Looks like they're taking this player.
They're
Okay,
trading
all right,
so-and-so. Okay. But but thank you for joining us today. I know you're super, super busy, and I appreciate you sharing your time with us and helping me just introduce you to our friends and family. So let's see, where do we go from here, Steve?
Yeah, well, so, this show is the Motherlode. So, we know that you are obviously in this this role that is just, demanding of a lot of your time and energy, but the best of your energy still goes to you being a newer mom. And so like that's definitely what we want to talk about, is you and your family and how you juggle that, or however you navigate that is definitely one of the things that we want to talk about. And then all some of these accolades, those come with some stories, so we definitely want to get into some of those stories. And then we always have a game too, so we've got a little game prepared for you, testing a little bit of your knowledge of your alma mater. So I'll tease that a little bit, and we'll get into that. So
yeah, what was I thinking? Probably your most precious accolade would be a mom, right? And going through that journey with you. And Monica is a very private person, by the way.
Okay.
She's very private, and she's very giving of herself. But when it comes to herself, she puts herself last all the time. She is a giver, and but she has a little boy, and he's 2.5. 2.5.
Wow.
And so, considering that you have now in this new role, but even prior to that, you traveled a lot, in your most recent years, and you have this 2-year-old. How was that for you? Like, just in your career, being a new mom, and just being able to, we know that we're not going to use some of these terms. So you tell me how you endured that as a new mom.
Yeah, I mean, first, again, happy to be here with you guys, and thank you for that question. And as you can go through all those accolades and see, like, I've traveled my entire life. Sandra, you're a mother to and a wife to basketball players, and so traveling is what we do. We travel around, we play the game we love. And then for me specifically, once I became a mom, traveling, I had to look at it differently, and it was always something I love to do. And now I when I travel, whether it's for work or, for personal, it's always something that I feel like I have to think through from the pre-travel stage, during the travel, in order to make sure that my son and our life back home isn't affected by my absence. So, I think traveling and juggling the family, it definitely takes attention to detail, patience. Obviously, you do have to be mentally strong, because obviously being away from your child for certain amounts of time can definitely cause a little bit of mom guilt. But no, it was hard in my last role, traveling as much as I did, which really could have been is a little bit of a catalyst of why I was looking for a different role at that time, because I think that 2-year-old stage up until probably, I don't even know if it ends when your child doesn't need you as much, but right now he really needs and prefers me.
Well, they say terrible twos. I don't mean to bum you out, but for both of my kids, the 3s were the terrible ones. So I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but
and
hopefully
boys,
your situation's different. But
boys, I gotta say, boys have that energy that I used to cry. I mean, like, I used to be like, I just want to be able to rest while I'm awake.
Yeah,
that makes sense. They go all the way till they just pass out, and it's just like, okay, and then you pass out, and then you don't get to do the things, you don't get to have adult conversations or just get to do the normal things. So I definitely understand. But yes, mommy is preferred at this point in time. We'll save that time for, in a couple of years with dad, with Michael, just, maybe 6, in my experience, is like 7, 6, 7. That's when they're like, they want to be mini me's to dad, right? So just it might change, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Monica, real quick, are we using Mikhail's name, or are we not using his name? That's totally
you can say Mikhail.
Okay, all right,
Mikhail.
Cool.
Okay.
I just wanted to honor you in that.
Well, you're the 3 M's.
Yeah,
we're not off. Yeah. What?
We're paused. Pause 1 second.
Okay. I heard a notification. I don't know.
Oh yeah, was that your notification that came through, Monica, on your phone?
Yeah, I thought I put it on silent, and it's still. Oh, you know what?
Sometimes it comes to the computer.
Computer.
Which I don't know how to silence that, but then Because aren't you still like talking and hearing like on your computer?
Open up your volume and then just click mute on the notification.
Oh, open up your volume and click. Did you hear mine too?
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He did. Yeah. He
Okay.
did it.
So, all right. So, did you remember what we were talking about when that went through, or you don't?
Mikhail was the last thing. So I know
Okay, that's where we can introduce. We can introduce. We can introduce Mikhail's name in this segment because Monty, are we? Are we taping now, Adam?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I would say too, like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You were about to get ready.
That's Monica. By there's another Monica I'm talking to.
Oh, I was like, wait.
She's over here in the corner.
And actually, I was going to say about Mani, you know, because if you're going to use her name, if you're going to use that, I would say, like, you know, throw that in the mix too.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Monica, who I also call Mani.
Yeah.
That's another term of endearment. Monica's family's, you know, she's created her own little unique bubble with her family. You're also known as the 3 M's. Introduce your family. Tell us about your family.
Yeah. So obviously I'm Monica. So that's the M name. And then my husband is Michael. And then we decided to name our son Mikhail, Mckale. I don't know if you've ever played at like the Arizona basketball arena, but it's called Mikhail Arena.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why that name just felt, it sounds like Mikhail Bridges, which actually was Sandra, one of your or your son's old teammate, but it's spelled differently. Sounds the same, spelled differently. So yeah, we're gonna continue with the M theme. If there is
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like mystical would be a M name. I'm trying to think of that's why is that the first thing that came to my mind?
Mystical.
What was his song? What was his? He had a like one big hit, mystical. I forget. He had like a deeper voice too, if I remember correctly.
Oh, we were on this whole rap kick this morning, by the way. So
it's like DMX, Ja Rule, like the deeper voice.
Deeper voice. Yeah. So as we digress, so sorry. So tell us, how did you meet Michael?
Yeah, so essentially when I was ending my WNBA career, my family was my dad was having some like health problems, so I was injured, so I needed to rehab, and I was like, let's just do all of this, you know, at my family's house in San Antonio so I can spend time with them, rehab my knee, and, you know, basically think about what's next after my playing career. And so while I was in San Antonio, Michael just happened to be in the same city. His friend owned a semi-pro team there. And so he was playing on this team and kind of like his vacation in his off season, because he was back and forth playing overseas as well. And just randomly we ran into each other, happened to meet. And I think it took us like two dates, I would say like 2.5. Till we really started to like each other. And yeah, it was kind of like we both were in the similar stages in our lives where we're looking to like start a family and, you know, not have to like travel for basketball, and just we're both coming into like the end of our playing careers. And so it was, timing is everything. I will always say that and stick by that, but it was kind of very just like harmonious meeting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's a beautiful person and my brethren. So,
so something happened halfway through that third date is what I picked up on.
He got the half. I knew you were going to pick up on the half. I knew it. So
yeah, I feel like the first date I wasn't sold, and then the second date, he doesn't even know this, but I was late on purpose. And so I was like, let's see how he responds to that. Like,
oh wow,
okay.
And I was like,
how did he respond?
How did he respond?
Yeah, so it was we're at this bowling alley kind of like place where you can like eat and bowl, and there was like a bar section, and so I waited outside to like see where he was in the bowling alley, and I saw him sitting at the bar kind of like on his phone, and I was just like waiting to see if he was gonna like have an attitude or anything. And he was like, he looked totally like content, sipping his drink. He actually looked concerned that, you know, like maybe hopefully I was coming in and okay. And then when I got there, he was like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, he was so sweet and so considerate, and we still were able to bowl. And it was like as if I wasn't even 2 minutes late at all. So
That's very
That's
sweet.
nice. That's very sweet.
now I realize that he doesn't even, being late is normal for him. So
And let's just share why, because Michael is West Indian, Jamaican,
Okay.
born,
yes.
and everything is Irie.
Yes.
You know, laid back. Jamaicans are laid back.
Super laid back.
You know, what is it? Don't worry about a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what
him.
we do. That's what we do. So it's like, yeah, man, everything Irie. He's okay. So
Yeah.
I love that about him. And I guess you need that in your relationship where someone is kind of like the calm, like it'll work out. We'll get there when we get there.
Right.
And you are like,
Yeah, exactly. He's
so
perfect balance.
but
So what I heard you say is so sometimes women do play games on dates. Is what I heard in that.
yeah.
I kind of just basically.
You want to see how you men react in all facets of it.
Well, fair enough.
know?
We deserve
You know?
that. We deserve
I know
that.
if that were if that were me, Rick probably would have left.
All right, gotta
What
go.
about Julie? What about Julie?
Oh, I don't know. That was all so early on. Yeah. She'd probably give me some time.
Okay.
She'd give me some time.
Well,
I would just be sipping on my drink, doing my thing.
Rick might have been eating. He would have been eating. He's like, I already ate. I'm good. Like, so let's bowl because I don't. He might have done something like that. But okay. Well, I'm super happy to hear about you and your new role in Phoenix. But I want to talk about your journey from. I wish I wasn't invited, by the way, when you got drafted. I don't know if you could only have one guest with your family. I just remember, Rick, I'm going to the draft. And that was it.
No, you could have definitely.
I had the kids though, so you would usually watch my
yeah.
kids. So I don't know who, but at any rate, I was super proud. He shared the pictures of when you were drafted. What was that like, being drafted number 2 overall? What can you tell me the year? I'm not good with that.
2010.
2010.
So there's some people that hold some animosity. Like, I don't know if it's animosity or competitive edge or whatever it is about like the people that got drafted ahead of them. So you only had one of those. You only had one person to hold
look
that
at it and be like,
yeah, where are you at?
One
now,
person and one team.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how what was that like for you?
For me personally, so the person that got drafted in front of me was a post player from UConn. So that is no surprise. And so for me to be drafted as a guard from UVA, who I don't think they had anyone drafted in the first round in maybe over 10 years.
Wow.
So I, in a way, was very just happy to be there and blessed to be there. And a lot of the reason I was there is because, I don't know, Sandra, if you've given them backstory, but I used to work out with Rick and Jalen in my college, my junior and senior years in college, and was really able to add things to my game that I wouldn't have been able to add otherwise. And those things literally set me apart from any other guard in that draft that essentially got me drafted.
So like crafty old man moves. If it's those
yeah,
two guys.
that's what that's exactly what it is. I must tell you though, Rick used to say, he would come home and say, man, something about girls, they listen, the detail. He's like, she's better than any of these guys. And he used to say, because your attention to detail, and he could tell you something once and you would do it. And so I was just like, wow. And he goes, like, there was hope for our, like Erica, like, because Rick used to say Erica's better than Jalen. And I used to be like, huh? And he's like, because she listens.
Listen.
And, so he always said that about you. And he had no doubt that you were going to achieve great things beyond, your college career. But fast forward, drafted, you were, I believe, I did go to a WNBA game way back when the Liberty in New York City, but I was vested in you, in your play, and it was fun driving to Minnesota annually to get that first game in, coming to visit you. Tell us about your transition from college to the WNBA.
Oh, it was amazing to me. Like, I think it was just surreal, being able to go to work every day as a WNBA player, playing the game you love, and literally it's your job. And so The best 7 seasons of my life. Made friends for life. Obviously, the WNBA is a league that is fairly new. And I think all of us as players take a collective consciousness about that, and we try to steward the league properly. And so while we are having fun and playing the game we love and enjoying the experiences of being a pro and the perks, we always understand that, we do have to give back to the community. We do have to help in pushing the league forward and growing the brand. Obviously that means like appearances, that means just saying yes to a lot of things that you would normally, if you don't feel like it or you're too tired, you still have to say yes because it's bigger than you. And so I think those are the things about the WNBA and my experience that I love, because I feel like I played an active part in growing this very special opportunity for women.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Also, a responsibility too, like
that sounds very weighted. Like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, to perform, to look good. Because mind you, I remember nails done. Sometimes I see some a little bit of makeup, not a lot when you played, but there was, hair, nails, makeup. Have you watched some of these WNBA games?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you don't want to go out there listen, as a woman and as a Black woman, hair is hard to keep. It's hard to exercise and have good hair. Okay. It is hard. And so there's a whole process of getting to that. So it's almost like, I don't want to say you're acting, but you're going to perform. You're going to be on stage. So there's the look that you want to present, and also the performance. There's a whole package. Right. And I think the men have caught up, because now I see, like with Jalen, they're doing their hair just as much. Well, no makeup, but doing the hair.
Yeah, well, because back 2010, like that was the start of this. You're not just a player, you're a brand, and you were kind of on the front end of that. Where the social media presence and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, I mean that pressure.
You're a trailblazer.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
There are many more before me, but I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, the league, you have 2 championships. By the way, I never saw you wear your rings. Where are your rings? Are they at your parents' home?
My mom has those rings.
I'm just asking, you sure you don't want Rick to come there and
have all the rings too?
We do. We have the rings, the trophies, and I tell Rick, once he gets his home, he's going to take them. And he's like, no, he's not. Nope, they're ours. I earned those. So, but yeah, I've never seen your rings. But what was it like too? You went to you were one of the first teams that I can remember. Well, they've done it from years past, but as far as WNBA teams, I didn't really follow much. But what was it like going to the White House?
Yeah, we went to the White House twice during the Obama administration. And it was absolutely amazing. The best part of it for me was the fact that I was able to bring my dad the first time. And he, completely, because he's a veteran, I think they were still living in Northern Virginia at the time where I was raised. And so he was able to just drive up, and obviously, they take all of our social security numbers and everything. So he actually went in before us, because I think the veterans, because there's military aides that work there during these events, and they saw that he had a cane at the time, and they brought him in and sat him, front row for the presentation that the president would be giving. And then, he was there early and we would come in later. And once the presentation was over, he was still sitting front row, and the president shook everyone's hand in the front row, which my dad was able to shake his hand first. So that was like the best part. I didn't even care about the presentation for us. It was just that dad able to shake Obama's hand, which he's a big fan. So
yeah.
Happy to share that moment with him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have several things are running through my mind, but as a young career woman, I mean, I'm like blushing, beaming with pride, because you look so happy. calm, confident, and not that you weren't before, but athletes, and then usually I talk to you via phone, so I don't get to see
Yeah.
you sometimes,
Yeah.
and but I'm beaming with pride here, and I'm so happy that Steve is getting to meet people that are so dear to me. Do you have, before we run on some other things, some fun stuff, do you have any other questions for Monica?
I'm just thinking like logistically, right? So you've got your job, you're in your office right now. You're, like you said, you're traveling up, not as much as your last role, but you're still traveling all over the place. Like, so I know, hearing some of Sandra's story with getting Jalen to this practice and this, and, Rick's over here and doing that, like logistics to me were always the part that I'm like, how did you like actually get that vehicle to there? And so I'm just curious for you, for your logistics, you've got a little, Mikhail's a little guy, and so I'm guessing Michael's, helping out there, but logistically, what does that look like for you?
Logistics, and I, tell Sam this all the time. I really pull from her a lot in how she manages her family. It's a job. It is a job. And luckily, Mikhail is a little guy, because once he gets to that older age, I think it will be a much bigger job. But for now, we were comfortable making the move here because he was younger. And Michael's actually handling closing up, the house back in, where we're moving from in New Jersey. And I came ahead with Mikhail to come ahead and get him settled. But right now, it's really our routine. What we're settling into is just getting him to daycare every morning. I come in, I work throughout the day, and then I pick him up. So it's just us two for now. And then Michael will arrive next week. But it was a lot, coming in, being in temporary housing, finding a house, shipping the cars, dealing with the change of environment and climate with a toddler who had an ear infection, might had two.
Oh, wow.
Who knows? So there's a lot of logistics, and I'm just learning to take it a day at a time. I'm learning to take it maybe even an hour at a time.
Okay. Yeah, a day sounds like a long time sometimes, doesn't it?
An hour. You're learning this early too. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to do. I moved around by myself, didn't have anyone to support. Rick actually was very pivotal when we moved. Our first major move as a family was to Virginia, where he worked. And he's like, babe, I think I found a babysitter for you. I think I've two, not one, but two. And he's just like, she's great. Monica, they're great. You're going to love them. They're great. They're good girls. Okay. Mind you.
So Rick is fine. Rick was the one finding babysitters.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, first of all, Monica was probably a gym rat, so it was easy. He sort of got to know. But the thing is, he's like, it'll be great. But then when we moved to Virginia, not knocking it, we didn't go anywhere. So they would come over and we're like, come over, dinner, this. So you imagine, it was the four of us and then Monica and Chidi. So it was six of us, a family of six. We would go to dinner. They would come over. I would make food. And we just enjoyed their company. And, we got to know their families, their parents. And we were just telling them, listen, we got your daughters, and it was just, it just morphed into this beautiful relationship. And I'm so thankful for it. Also, too, you took Jalen under your wing. Jalen was playing with these college girls. Listen.
Okay.
And getting buckets.
Yeah. As a sixth grader, sixth grade,
11, yeah,
7th grade, yeah. And so you were very instrumental to that. I know you said Rick was instrumental to you, but you also helped Jalen tremendously, and Erica too, as an older sister. That helped my family. So I can tell you that while you take a lot from me, I took a lot from you. So I really thank you for that. We have some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah. So, I just wanted you mentioned your UVA days a number of times, right?
Yeah.
And seem to take a lot of pride, and you've actually thrown out one of the questions that I was going to ask. You've already mentioned on the show. So you're going to get that one right. But I've got just a little bit of UVA trivia for you. Are you ready for it?
Hope so.
Okay. All right. if a first year student wanted to join a fraternity, where would they most likely go? What street or road?
Rugby Road.
Rugby Road
Ding, ding,
is
ding,
correct.
ding.
That is absolutely correct.
That was a
She's
good
one
one.
for one. Let's see. Question number 2 is, which famous author has a dedicated room on the range of the University of Virginia?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe is correct. Holy God, she knows her stuff.
You got to visit there too. That's a beautiful campus.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
Take Stevie.
All right, she's just this one now just sounds too easy. I'm gonna have to find a harder one than that. All right, hold on. That is definitely too easy.
She's a 4-year. I mean, she was there. She experienced it all. I got
know.
a trivia question.
All right, you got one?
I got one. Well, see, how do I formulate this? Most universities and colleges identify their students as freshmen, sophomore, and seniors. How do they identify their students at UVA?
First year, second year, third year, fourth year.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like a Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah,
Right
and I got one more.
a first
because
year.
They will correct you too. These students, no, first year. And so most people consider when they're on a college property or university, they call it a campus. Mm-hmm. What do UVA Cavaliers call it?
Grounds.
Wait, what is happening here? what world am I in?
Yeah.
Why? Where did that come from?
I think it's just like because of the English influence, like
okay,
it's so old that I don't know where it came from.
It's called grounds.
The grounds.
The grounds.
Show up at the grounds.
It is, and it's just kind of like, I'm like, oh, you're a freshman. No, a first year.
I'm a red shirt first year. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Well, in athletics, how do they do those terms? I've never seen that. Yeah, okay. So, that is Harry. What do they call the people that what do they it starts with a P. The people the prefects. Do they call them prefects too? Like the kids that are goody two shoes and smarter than everybody else in class?
No, they don't go that far, but it might be coming. Who knows?
It's very prestigious. It's very I like it. I mean, I don't.
That's the first. I'm surprised. Like I nerd out on that kind of stuff.
I learned that there, and while Monica is easygoing, she doesn't necessarily correct me. My other child will like, no.
Excuse me.
And you know who that is, right?
Junior, I know you said junior.
You said junior. No,
you meant third year.
Third year. So okay, I got a fun fact. I got a question for you.
For me.
For a UVA question.
Oh dear Lord. Okay. Name
a famous UVA basketball player. That's easy. Other than Monica.
I'm not in trivia mode right now.
He has does he have a dedicated room on the range? I know they show it.
Oh, it's like a dedicated room, like a thing?
Like, Monty, explain that for us, please.
The range is, so the lawn is the long strip of like grass between the rotunda and the Jefferson statue.
Rotunda.
Outside of the range, on the outer side facing outward facing outward from the lawn is the range. And so those are where graduate students live, I believe, and then undergraduate lives on the inside at the lawn.
We literally have to post a picture of the rooms. Steve, these are like one room, like older people pay good money, all money's good, I don't know, but pay a lot of money to stay in this. Like they have fireplaces. It's just
like the original University of Virginia, and
you can stay in the rooms.
So you have to be a very prestigious student to get. It's an honor to stay in those rooms. So you have to have a certain GPA or be elected by your peers or teachers to stay in those rooms.
Wow. Okay, so it's a student. It's a
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one stayed there, right? He stayed there in the range. This athlete, I'm going to give you like
I'm blanking on I'm
famous Cavalier who played in the pros.
University of Virginia. Why am I blanking? Like Tony Bennett's their coach, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Are you
right?
gonna tap out?
I'm gonna tap out.
Was his coach Tony Bennett? Maybe that can help him.
Was his coach Tony Bennett?
Not.
I don't know. I'm blanking. I'm
Tap
sorry.
out. Tap out. Ralph Sampson.
Oh yeah. Okay, what greatest of all time over there?
Yeah, maybe I should have said that. Greatest of all
I should
time.
have known Ralph Sampson.
But,
I was thinking a little more recent.
Recent.
But,
Oh, so sorry. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
go.
think
that's
there
my
is
fault.
one that did stay there, Malcolm Brogdon.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think he might have stayed on the lawn too. I have to fact check that.
but the facilities, they don't have bathrooms.
Nope.
Well, you have to go outside of your room. I'm going to show you a picture of it. It's very historic. I mean, I learned a lot.
It sounds like I would show up to go onto these grounds and they would be like, nah, dude. Yeah. No.
It's
bye.
beautiful.
No, you're not worthy of this place.
The architecture, the history. I mean, whether, there's some positive, negative, but it's beautiful. I tell you, when I saw those rooms, I was just like, okay, Edgar Allan Poe, like there's a sign, there's like that. Yeah. But who pays money to stay here? In this day and age, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have your own shower. You don't literally, I think you have to heat your room by fireplace.
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to tell
Wait,
you.
for real?
Yes, wait till you see these pictures.
So you go to school and then you've also got to Frontiers Day it over there.
Look,
Okay.
you got
Yes.
So that's something that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
I love history. So
Well, it makes sense because one of my trivia questions, which you're going to just devour, is the founder, who's the founder of the University of Virginia.
Yes.
is that the first thing they teach you when you're there?
It's everywhere. So if you don't learn it, you'll
Right.
learn it just by
But
being
that
there.
seems to fit Jefferson's MO of
Mhm.
just everything being.
Academical village is what he coined, the term
Okay.
that he coined. I don't even think academical is a word, but at UVA.
But if
it's a word.
Jefferson said it, it is then.
It is, right? Okay, so one last fun fact. What is the other mascot name for the UVA
Other than Cavaliers?
other than Cavaliers?
There's another one, huh? This question's not for me, is it? Because I don't know it.
It's for you. I know you know.
Yeah. Wahoo.
And what is
The Virginia Wahoo?
Wahoos?
Wahoo or who's?
Who's?
Yep.
Wahoos. HOOS.
They sound like a whole other planet over there.
Yeah, you got to look all this stuff up. And listen, coming from New Jersey, because I moved from Jersey to Virginia, I only knew of the Jersey Wahoos, which is a swim club, and it was fish.
Oh, Wahoo is a fish?
Yeah, so Virginians, the UVA. So I guess their student population coined that, and
Because they drink like a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a proud moment for that university. A lot of drinking on those grounds.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. They
Okay.
study hard and they party hard.
hey, yeah.
Well, it sounds like they have to. They're up all night keeping the fire going and keeping themselves alive. I mean,
chopping wood.
yeah, chopping wood. Yeah, they deserve a drink every once in a while.
Oh wow. We gotta look that stuff up. I'm gonna show you some
I want to go.
pictures.
Pictures. I want to go check it out. That
Yeah,
sounds
Charlottesville
amazing.
is beautiful. It's a beautiful town. That's where I got to meet this lovely woman and the others that we've come to know. Again, Monica, I can't say enough about you and about your journey. I know you're gonna do big things there. They're lucky to have you. We hope that you stay in touch and we'll follow you. Who knows? I mean, is there any chance that you put back on a WNBA uniform in the near future? I just asking for those that want to know.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, no.
No.
I mean, Diana, who just signed another, Tarazi just signed a multi-year. She's been. Man, what is she on year
20?
Year 20. It's
Yeah.
got to be near that, right?
Yeah, just about.
See, so it's not okay. You and Rick will make a comeback.
Oh,
Rick in the NBA, you in the WNBA. But no, again, we're super proud of you. Thanks for sharing and everything. We wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. And then we'll have to get your time in there. I'm sure there'll be some stories and come back and see us again.
Yes.
Well, I would love to be back on. Please have me back on.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe at the end of your season, you'll let us
Oh, that
know
would be
how that
dope.
goes, and the transition you and your family have made.
Oh, that would be wonderful. And
Yes.
I can give you some more mom stories as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, between 2.5. Yeah. Oh yeah, there will be some mom stories for
yes.
sure.
Yes. All the best of luck, dear. Sweetie
Oh,
pie. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Sandy,
great to
Steve.
meet you. We'll see you again.
Thank
Take
you.
care. All right. Bye.
Awesome. Well, that has been another episode of the Motherlode. We're going to keep lining them up. We're going to keep bringing you awesome either moms or people just telling great stories about the influence that their mom has had on them. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Take care. Thanks for joining us.